How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to BMW Review. For today's video, we're going to be doing a quick tutorial on the BMW X3. We do have some other videos that do more of the basics, but for this video, we're going to be going over more of the hidden things. So definitely stay tuned for the whole thing. If you think you know everything about your BMW X3, if you watch this video, you may learn something you don't know. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's just actually go from the left to the right, to the middle, to the top. There are a few things on the outside too, but it is really cold and windy out, so we'll see if I decide to. So one of the things with the BMW X3 is the door side is a little bit odd. Whenever you have the door open, a lot of people try to grab it from way over here. They try to grab it from way down here. That is not really the right way to do it. The correct way would be to do it here, but I will be honest that the door is kind of concave. So reaching this part might be one of the hardest parts to reach whenever the door is fully open. So what I came across is if you are somebody who's more on the shorter side, it's easier to just quickly grab the door handle and then you can close your door. So let me just quickly demonstrate that. Obviously, it's way too hard to grab it way down here. This part right here is really far, but you can see that my hand can just go right into here. So if you grab it and not hold it open the whole entire way, but if you just pull on it like this and let go, you can see that you just close the door. Obviously, I didn't close it hard enough because my door is still open. So let's just try it one more time. See that the door is open, pull on it, close, and then that is the easiest way, in my opinion, to close that door. I mentioned this quite a bit in my BMW videos, but over here on the right, we do have a side mirror, obviously. But you can see that if I go into reverse, that mirror on the side does tilt down to help you see the curb. A lot of people like that, a lot of people do not. But if you want that side mirror to go down, you want to make sure that this green light is on the left side. If you don't want that to happen, you just make sure that this guy is on, and then whenever you go into reverse, you can see that the side mirror just stays the way that it should be. This guy right here, these lines and these little dots, these indicate how open this vent is. So right now, if I touch it all the way up to the top where it has that one, I know it's kind of hard to see because of the glare, but that means that the vent is fully open. If I want that closed, I can just drag it down and then that will close the vent from blowing air right here. I'm gonna open it back up. It's all set. A couple things on the headlight controls. It is a really different design. They used to have the headlight controls way down here, but now obviously many of us just set it and forget it. But for this guy here, you want to make sure that it's set to auto, and then once you do that, it's all set. If you're trying to hide from the police, not recommended. You can turn off the headlights just like that. That was a joke, please don't arrest me. And then if you want your headlights on no matter what, you can click it up. You can see the green light pop up there, and then now your headlights are on no matter what. For most of us, we just want to set it to auto, click down, and then set it and forget it. It's all set. Also with the turn signal, yes, you can pull down on the turn signal to go left, but many people still do not know that you can just soft click it and then it'll do a 3 blink, letting you quickly change a lane on the highway. So let me demonstrate that. I click down like that, it blinks 3 times, and then it just stops all by itself. A lot of vehicles do that. It's very handy. If you are somebody who is new to BMWs and you do not know where your gas pump is located, obviously, if you are new to your gas pump being on the right side, you're gonna see this little arrow. So every car has this, but your fuel pump picture is right here. Depending on whichever way this arrow is facing is gonna be where your fuel pump is, or your gas pump. So obviously the arrow is toward the right, so that is going to be on the right side. If you have, more likely than not, if you have a Japanese car, your arrow there is going to be on the left. A lot of people think that this 440 mi miles stands for how many miles are on the car. That is actually not the case. That is how many miles your BMW can travel on the gas that it has currently. So that's your cruising range, I guess you could say. A lot of people don't know that you could change the design on the layout here on the speedometer or instrument cluster. The way you do that is this guy right over here. You can click on this and then you can see 2 boxes pop up. And then if I drag down like that, I can change whatever content is listed here. If I want to change the layout, then I can go right here, click this scrolling up to the right, and then I can go down and up here as well. So this one is a sporty one. But if you want the default one, that is this wide angle view, and a cool simple design is going to be this one way down here, which is the 3rd one. Also, a quick thing to mention, for this video, we're just going to be going over a few other things. If you are somebody who has a BMW X3 and is completely new to it, we do have a really cool BMW Mastery Course, where we go over 100 different hidden tips and tricks in the car. Some of the most advanced stuff that you would never ever know about. The BMW Owners Course is going to be linked right down below. We have sold over hundreds of these. So if you are somebody who's new to the BMW X3 and you want to save your time and still learn everything there is to know about the car, check it out. Again, at the end of the video, link right down below. Next up, everything here is all cruise control. If you are somebody who has driver's assistant professional, you have the really cool cruise control where the vehicle can do things like self-drive itself inside of a traffic jam. It can drive hands-free as well. It'll steer all by itself, which is really cool. But the functionality for that is, this is the on and off switch, and then the mode button is what you want to play around with. If you don't have that package, you're just going to have a really basic cruise control where all you can really do is just adjust the speed, but it won't have adaptive cruise control if you don't have that package. Setting speed is a little bit weird. So whenever you, for BMWs, this will set the speed according to whatever the speed limit is. So if the speed limit is showing 5, if I press set, it will set my speed to 5, which can be really, really dangerous if you're using it. For example, if you're going 80 on the highway, but then the speed limit quickly changes to 55 and then you push set, your vehicle is going to quickly brake to 55 miles per hour. So definitely watch out for this button here. Try playing around with it first before you really officially try to use it. We got our horn here. Obviously, if somebody makes you mad, just give them a nice BMW horn like that, and then that will scare them away. A couple other things here. This guy right here is a volume knob. Essentially, this is minus, this is plus. Our phone button's a little bit weird. So for our phone, there's 3 ways you can use this. You can't use this to make phone calls by saying a name. If you push on this once, it will show your recent calls. And then if you're receiving a call, you can push on this to pick up the call. And then lastly, if you're already on the call and then you want to hang up, you don't have to reach over here to end the call. You just push on this and then it will end the call. Another big one that a lot of people don't know is about the voice command function here. 2 ways to use it. If you click it one time, you're going to get the BMW voice command, which cannot make phone calls if you're connected to CarPlay or Android Auto. But the BMW voice command is really useful for using the BMW maps. You can tell it exactly where you want to go. You can also use this to change the temperature in the car, or turn on your heated seats, or turn on your heated steering wheel, or open up the shade way over here. You can tell it to change the lighting in the car. The other way to use it is if you hold it down. So if you hold it down, you're going to get Siri pop up on the screen. Again, if you're connected to a CarPlay or a Google Assistant, if you're on Android Auto. So let me repeat that. If you hold it down, you get Siri or Google Assistant, and that is what you would use to make phone calls. So if I wanted to call somebody, I would hold this down, wait for the beep for Siri, and then say, call John. So that is going to be the best way to make phone calls. You can also say the magic word, hey, S-I-R-I. I'm not going to say the word because then your phones are going to go off. But you could do that completely hands-free. You could say, hey, so-and-so, call John, and then it will do it. Also, the BMW itself has its own prompt as well if you say, hello, BMW. Hopefully me saying that didn't trigger it. If it did, I apologize. If you're saying that magic word and then if it's not working, you may just have to enable it. So you go into settings here, you go into personal assistant. My driver ID is not connected, so it's not going to show it, but you'll see personal assistant located here. Go into that, go into settings, and then enable hello so-and-so. And then you can just make commands to the BMW completely hands-free as well. Our wipers, pretty easy. If you do 1 notch up, it goes into automatic mode. This controls the speed of it, and this function right here controls the back. So this controls the rear wiper here, and then if I twist it really hard, it'll shoot fluid in the back. If I wanted to just clean the windshield once with a 1 swipe, you could either push down or push forward, and then it will just clean the windshield here with a quick 1 swipe. If I wanted to clean the glass, I can pull on this and then it will clean the glass. A really cool one is for people that have the really cool advanced camera system. If you go into this P button right over here, parking assistance, and then if you go into this function right here called more, you can actually clean the camera of your rear view camera right there as well. If you have the cool 3D view, the parking assistance view, that camera cleaning will also clean the front one as well, which is really, really useful. Also, if you go into the main menu here, a big one is going to be shortcuts. If you scroll this guy down, so there is a white line located here. If you drag this down, you can set up shortcuts here. So the way that this works is once you have your ID set up, your driver ID set up, you can set up, say for example, Waze to be popped up here, Google Maps, Spotify, And then by doing that, you don't have to go into CarPlay and go digging for it. You can just swipe down like that and then go straight into Spotify. There's another white line located here. If you drag this out, you're going to see that you have two options here. So a lot of people, they actually keep their map right over here. Quick function that we saw earlier, if I drag this down, you saw right here that has this function called auto start stop. So that is the function where the engine turns off at the red lights to save gas or fuel. If you do not like that function, there is a new way to deactivate that, but you do have to do it every single time you get into the car. That is through this driving settings button right here. So if you hold this down, you're gonna see on yours that the engine start stop will turn off. This BMW is actually still needing that software update. It was something that came out really recently, but try it on your BMW X3 if you have a brand new one. Hold this guy down, that will deactivate engine start stopper. Here's a big one. If you are having a frozen screen or if your BMW is being a little bit glitchy, you can do a soft reboot on the car. If you have the engine running, do that first. And then this button right over here, if you hold this down for about 30 seconds, like so, then you're gonna notice that the screen goes completely black. And then once it does, you can let go. And then that will do a nice little soft reboot for the car. If you're having a hard time trying to connect your phone to the car, or if there may be like a weird glitch within the car as well. Wireless charger, we do have a wireless charger here. It's only on this side, not this side. This side doesn't really do a whole lot. It's just there for space. But if you have wireless charging on your phone, you can place your phone flat there and then it will charge your phone. You'll see lighting here kind of change blue or flash blue initially, and then that lets you know that your phone is being charged. Keep in mind, if you have cards or if you have a magnet piece or a popple right behind your phone, it is not going to charge your phone. If anything, it may overheat your phone. So watch out for that. You want to make sure that you have a proper case on your phone that is compatible to wireless charging in order to get that to charge your phone. Also, iPhone 17 is the first phone that is able to accept the full range of wireless charging. So if you think that your phone is charging really, really slow, it's not exactly the BMW that's doing that, it's iPhone. iPhones were limited to fast wireless charging speeds up until the iPhone 17. Inside settings, nothing too crazy. If you go into settings right over here, a big one is going to be doors and windows. So there's plenty of different settings in here. You can play around with this if you want, but doors and windows has a really cool thing you want to check out. It's unlock when approaching, lock when walking away. Check out this one whenever you have some free time, but a lot of times it's going to be on by default. But what this function is, unlock when approaching, you will unlock itself once you walk up to it, or it will lock once you're walking away by about 15 feet or so. That is completely hands-free. You don't have to do anything, just keep your phone or your key in your pocket. You can also set this function right here up is where it says fold mirrors, unlock and unlock. That will fold in the side mirrors whenever your vehicle is locked. If you wanted to do it manually, there is a button way over here to do that. You can do that, and then that will fold in the mirrors if you're trying to park in a really tight garage. One thing to mention about a tight garage as well, that's really important to know to prevent damage to your BMW. But if you look at tailgate, if you are somebody who is really short or has a shorter garage, you can control the opening height for your tailgate. By default, it's usually set to 5, which is the highest height. Just keep in mind that if it's all the way up and your garage is more on the shorter side, the tailgate could hit the top of it. You may just want to set this to 3 and then work your way up to make sure that things are safe there. For the most part, most BMWs have the kick to open up the trunk, but you do have to make sure that this function here and here are on, and your BMW key has to be nearby the trunk as well in order to kick beneath the trunk to open it up. Whenever you do the kick behind the trunk to open up the tailgate, you want to do a kick that's pretty quick, going front to back right down the middle. You don't want to do like a wiggle, you don't want to wave your foot, you just want to go kick front to back, and then that will open up the tailgate. You can also do it to close it as well. Another one to mention that many do not get off the bat is going to be this trunk button here. So obviously if you push down on it, it opens it up. A lot of people do not know that you can close it as well. So if you hold this up the entire time, you can actually close the trunk. This one's a bit of a one that's been out for a while now, but say for example, if I was in drive or if I was in reverse, if I wanted to go to park, I have to push on this and that puts me into park. But what I like to do a lot of the times is if I'm in reverse or if I'm in drive, I can just turn off the car. And then if I turn off the car, it parks all by itself. So that is something you could also do to just quickly park itself, just so you don't have to push on this. It just saves one other step. But keep in mind that if you are in neutral and then you turn off the car, your BMW will still stay in neutral. So watch out for that. You don't want to leave your car in neutral if it is just going to be sitting there. Auto H is a brake holder. If I have this on, light turns green. And then now it's set so that whenever I come to a stop, I could actually take my foot off the brake and then the vehicle will not move. Then if I want to begin to go again, I can just gently tap on the gas and then it will begin to roll again. And then this is a toggle switch, so it will stay on the whole time until you deactivate this. If you are going through a car wash, make sure this is off. Also, whenever you're in a car wash, your BMW has sensors that go crazy whenever you're going through the car wash. If you want to deactivate that, just hit this guy one time, you'll see the light turn off, and then that will turn off the beeping sounds for just that time period. All BMWs have the SOS button, but it is a two-step press. Push it once to open it up and then push it to actually get help if you need it. Cool little trick with the sun visor. If you open this up, many German cars have this, but you can see that their side visor is open. You can actually extend it more if you need it to. So that is another cool thing that the X3 has. If you have a pet and then you want to leave your pet inside the car for a really short amount of time to quickly grab the mail, if you needed to lock the car with your pet inside, there is a motion detector that will go off that your pet will set off if you just lock the car. If you want to lock the car and deactivate that motion detector for just that time, push on lock 2 times, 1, 2, and then that will deactivate the motion detector, and then your pet will move around the car freely and not set off the alarm. The other way you could do that if you're using your phone to get into the car is if you turn off the vehicle one time, you could just disarm the anti-theft alarm, deactivate once, you can click on that. Another cool thing too is if your BMW has remote engine start or preconditioning, if you're just quickly gonna run to the grocery store, come on back, and if it's really hot or really cold out, you can, right before you get out the car, you can push on preconditioning here, and then your BMW will circulate the air, heat it up, cool it down, whatever it needs, and then you can come back with your groceries to a nice warm car or a nice cool car. Things like heated seats, heated steering wheel are gonna be this little guy right here. Heated seats, heated steering wheel. There is a way to control that automatically if you go into settings right over here, or if you go into climate control, which is this fan. And then if you turn this on, you're gonna see our climate control menu. If you go into settings right over here, you're gonna see this whole function right here. So this controls how aggressive or how sensitive the steering wheel heater or seat heater will turn on. So if you are somebody who likes to keep heated seats, heated steering wheel on the max a whole lot, and you want to automate that, you can have that set to the high function here. And then whenever you get into the car, heated seats and heated steering wheel will be on all by itself. So that was a quick tutorial on the BMW X3. Again, this was more of the little hidden tips and tricks that many people may not come across, but what if I told you that this was only probably 10 to 15% of what exactly this car could do? There's so many little things in here that I didn't go over, and if you are somebody who wants to take the time to quickly learn things in the most efficient way, check out our BMW X3 Owners Course, again, linked right down below. It is something brand new that just came out a month ago. We've already sold a ton, but more importantly, everything there is going to be really up to date, and we will be keeping it up to date as well as things like software updates all come. Again, lastly, link for that right down below. Check it out. If you all had any questions, write it right down below. I will see you all for the next one.